He was too big for bodybuilding, so the world tried to ignore him. But Markus Rühl refused to shrink. There are bodybuilders, and then there are mutations of muscle that don't look real. Markus Rühl wasn't just big, he was unnaturally massive. The kind of size that made even elite IFBB pros look like amateurs standing next to him. Judges couldn't ignore him, fans couldn't forget him, and competitors, they feared him. But here's the twist, he was never supposed to be a bodybuilder. From skinny kid to mass monster, the transformation no one saw coming. At 18 years old, Markus was just another average guy from Germany. No insane genetics visible, no signs of becoming a monster. Then everything changed after a serious knee injury pushed him into the gym. What started as rehab turned into obsession. While others trained for aesthetics, Markus trained for pure destruction. He didn't care about looking pretty. He wanted to be the biggest human in the room, always. And that mindset built something terrifying. Not pretty, just pure, brutal size. In an era where symmetry ruled bodybuilding, Markus Ruhl broke every rule. His physique wasn't perfect, it was overwhelming. Shoulders so wide they looked inhuman, chest like a solid armor plate. Arms that looked like they were carved out of stone blocks. Density so thick it looked like his muscles were stacked on top of each other. People didn't admire Markus, they were shocked by him. When he walked on stage, the energy changed. You weren't judging aesthetics anymore. You were witnessing a mass phenomenon. The night he shocked the world and still didn't win. At the 2004 Night of Champions, Markus Ruhl brought a version of himself that many still call one of the freakiest physiques ever seen in bodybuilding history. He didn't just win, he dominated. But here's the part that still confuses fans. Despite bringing insane size to the biggest stages like Mr. Olympia, Markus never won the title. Why? Because bodybuilding wasn't just about size, and Markus was too extreme for the system. Too big to fit the standard, and that made him legendary. Judges wanted balance. Markus brought chaos. Judges wanted symmetry. Markus brought mass beyond logic. And that created a strange reality. He became one of the most unforgettable bodybuilders, without ever becoming Mr. Olympia. But here's the truth most people miss. Markus Ruhl didn't lose. He changed what big meant forever. The pain behind the mass, what it really cost him. This level of size doesn't come easy. It comes with pain, sacrifice, and consequences. Markus pushed his body to extremes most people wouldn't even understand. Eating massive amounts of food daily, training with brutal intensity, carrying a body weight that stressed his joints and organs. This wasn't fitness. This was war against human limits. And over time, that war leaves marks. most honest bodybuilder you'll ever see. Unlike many athletes who hide behind filters and perfection, Markus Ruhl became known for something rare: brutal honesty. He openly talked about bodybuilding realities. No fake motivation, no illusions, just truth. The grind is hard, the sport is extreme, and not everyone is built to survive it. That honesty made fans respect him even more. Years after retirement, Markus still trends across YouTube and social media. Why? Because you can't recreate what he had. In today's era of balanced physiques and polished aesthetics, Markus represents something raw, a time when bodybuilders chased size like it was an addiction. And that kind of intensity, it's rare now. The legacy of a man who refused to be normal. Markus Ruhl never needed a Mr. Olympia trophy to prove anything, because his legacy isn't built on titles. It's built on shark value, impact, and unforgettable presence. When people talk about the biggest bodybuilders of all time, his name always comes up. Not because he followed the rules, but because he destroyed them. Final truth, he wasn't built to win, he was built to shock the world. Markus Ruhl didn't fit bodybuilding. Bodybuilding had to adapt to him. And even today, when you look at his physique, one question still hits hard. Was he too big, or was the world just not ready for him?